Hello, honey. So, I'm Epiphany. I own Honey Enhanced Healing, right? And in the pursuit of trying to grow my business, I decided to take a course on Coursera because I'm a stay-at-home mom. So, the course is called Becoming a Changemaker, and it's through Cape Town University. So, uh, in week one, my assignment has been to uh, voice a problem and use the 5 whys to go in depth to understand the issue, and then to basically voice why it is considered a wicked problem. So, I'm going to share. Oh, I'm so nervous, but it is what it is. I want to share it. So, I'm gonna read it for y'all. Okay, wait, if I look away, I got my laptop out. I'm reading it. Hold on, wait. Breaking the silence, the reality and impacts on human trafficking and its victims. Women and children in low income neighborhoods are disproportionately affected by human trafficking, leading to severe trauma and mental health struggles and a loss of empowerment. Human trafficking is a deeply rooted issue, a modern form of slavery that continues to exploit vulnerable populations worldwide. Addressing this crisis requires systemic change, dedicated resources, and compassionate intervention to dismantle the environmental, economic, and social structures that perpetuate it. Why is human trafficking still prevalent? Human trafficking persists because, although slavery and segregation were legally abolished, they have evolved into modern forms of exploitation. Depending on the region, individuals are targeted and manipulated for various reasons, primarily forced labor or commercial sexual exploitation. Systemic inequalities, economic vulnerabilities, and weak enforcement of laws continue to fuel this crisis. Why? Colonization established systems of exploitation that continue to shape modern day slavery. It created economic and social structures that sustain inequality, making marginalized communities more vulnerable to trafficking. Historical documents like the Willie Lynch letter and other oppressive strategies laid the groundwork for disempowerment, ensuring that vulnerable and low income families remain trapped in cycles of exploitation. Why? Vulnerability increases susceptibility to abuse and manipulation, particularly women and children. In environments marked by homelessness, economic disparities, and structural racism, predators exploit systemic weaknesses to target those already disadvantaged. The lack of stable resources, protection, and opportunities create conditions where traffickers can easily manipulate and control their victims. Another why. When systems and institutions fail to empower vulnerable individuals, it creates an environment where modern day slavery can thrive. The dismissal of abuse reports by law enforcement, the lack of accountability for perpetrators, and the dangers present in supposed safe spaces, such as shelters and domestic violence programs, further erode the trust and reinforce cycles of victimization. Without reliable protection and support, women and children struggle to reclaim their power. However, by ensuring security, accountability, and genuine safety within these systems, we can begin to restore hope and create pathways for empowerment. Why is it important to create spaces for empowerment and systems that drive real change? Empowerment is key to prevention. By fostering self-worth, teaching affirmations, and expanding access to safety, education, and employment, we can reduce vulnerabilities that traffickers exploit. Systemic change is also necessary. Holding abusers accountable with stricter sentences and implementing public alerts, similar to sex offender registries, can act as deterrents. Collaboration with lawmakers, public awareness campaigns, and resource driven innovations are essential steps in dismantling modern day slavery and ensuring long term protection for those at risk. Then the next part of the assignment goes on to ask us, is this a wicked problem? Wicked problems are marked by being, I believe, simple, complicated, or complex. So here's my answer. However, colonization and its long-standing practices have normalized exploitation across nations, embedding it into social, economic, and political structures. While human trafficking is widely recognized as a global crisis, differing perspectives, economic incentives, and systemic inequalities continue to allow it to thrive. Unlike problems with clear solutions, human trafficking is intertwined with environmental, economic, and psychological factors, making it resistant to simple fixes. The challenge is further exacerbated by the fact that many individuals in positions of power either benefit directly from these exploitative practices, systems, or remain indifferent, as addressing the issue does not serve their financial or political interests. As long as colonization era power structures remain intact and modern systems continue to prioritize profit over human rights, there will be no universal solution. Only persistent efforts to mitigate harm and dismantle oppression piece by piece. I'm looking for feedback. You guys know that my business is based off of helping survivors. As a woman who is a survivor, I wanted to take these classes and invest into myself in ways that I can use in the future to help assist and create resources for others. So it was rough. It was rough sharing that. However, it's time to stop holding the stuff in, keeping it to myself, and it's time to let it out. And hopefully it can reach people that can give me positive feedback and help, essentially. So yeah. Bye, honey.